Salutations, Futboleros, back again for another Champions League match review for today, and another penalty shootout that ends in the books as Atletico Madrid beat Inter Milan 2-2 on aggregate and 3-2 on a penalty win in favor of Atletico Madrid with a Antoine, Griezmann, and Memphis Depay wonder goal. And of course, Borussia Dortmund comfortably win against PSV 2-1 on aggregate, and with the goal from Jadon, Sancho, and Marco Reus. We finally completed our final 8, and we're gonna discuss it later on for that one. So with that being said, let's do this! Come on! Let's go to Spain in Madrid as Atletico Madrid faces Inter Milan in the second leg at home at the Metropolitano, and boy oh boy, it was so packed. Lots of action, lots of tackles, and of course so many goals that were flying in all over the Metropolitano as Atletico were in a full control to their game, and Inter Milan were so desperate to find some goals as well. Right from the word go, Atletico were going all out in this one, but for in, they were doing whatever they can to defend in this game. They're all in to tackle out of Atletico, as Atletico have their own dark art style tactics, which is synonymous to Simeone, while Inzaghi on the other hand is doing whatever he can to extinguish this Atletico dark arts in this fashion, until on the 33rd minute of the first half as Di Marco scores a goal with the assist of Nicolo Barella as he rushes down to the left side to Di Marco, who thumps a right foot effort from close range into the roof of the net, and it was 1-0 until Atletico Madrid started to snap, and they know for a fact that they are sick and tired of Inter scoring goals, and it was 2-0 on aggregate until they came in on the 35th from the goal of Antoine Griezmann as Morata plays it straight to Koke outside the box, loop pass through Griezmann as he crashes his shot from close range and into the bottom right corner and scores a solo goal, and it was 1-1, 2-1 on the scoreline on aggregate, and it was an amazing goal from Griezmann. He really did deliver it. Atletico were just so pissed off at Inter, they really need to retaliate, and they got the consolation goal, and they were gonna coming in hot. Inter are still pulling out a lot of tackles. They're still trying to find the net. Jan Sommer and Jan Oblak were pretty much the stars in this game, just like the one that happened in Arsenal versus Porto. Pretty much is the same outcome that happened throughout the game, and same thing that happened for both Atletico and Inter, that both actions are well endowed between in Atletico's favor. And Griezmann was so amazing in this game, and so does Morata. Despite being that he was trying so hard to score some goals, he wanted to go and he wanted to put his name in the score sheet, but it didn't happen because Jan Sommers has a very capable hands of putting this one out in this game. So does the Jan Oblak as well. He did a very good job to put out the clean sheet, but it didn't. But Inter have already made it through in this one, so yeah. And then we go through to the second half. It really went up to gear for Atletico, and Inter are desperately to defend this goal, and it really didn't do that much for them until Atletico were all out in their attack. They're running in high, they're pushing through, and they're trying to put a lot of pressure on Inter. It did come through just that, as on the 87th minute, Memphis Depay comes in with the goal with the assist of Koke, collects the ball outside of the box and threads wonderfully to Depay. Memphis takes a good touch before driving a low strike into the bottom corner, and we got ourselves a goal. 2-2 on aggregate, 2-1 on the scoreline. And it was a fair victory for Atletico Madrid, but it only ended the draw because the game have already come all the way through to extra time. Both sides are trying so hard to score some goals. Both Atletico and Inter are doing whatever they can to find the net, and it was a very desperate attempt for both sides, especially for Depay, who also came in as a substitute during the second half, and also he is trying so hard to find a goal for himself as well to add his collection in his tally. And extra time already ended as we go through to the penalty shootout, and lots of goals coming in from this one. And just like Arsenal versus Porto, it always ends in a penalty shootout. And of course, Atletico wins the game and they're now through to the quarterfinals. Inter are out in this one is because of one notable moment as Lautaro Martinez denied the penalty. It's sky high all the way through to the Metropolitano, and it was really devastating for Lautaro, and Inter were very crushed. They were last season's finalists in this game and now they're crashed out into the last 16, and I feel so sorry for Inter that they're now in a bad start in the Champions League this season, but unlike in the Serie A, coming in a little bit rosy, I have to say. And fair play to Atletico, they did a wonderful game in this season and now they finally advanced through to the quarterfinals, and I'm happy for them. They will gonna do all the way in this season, in this campaign, and commiserations for Lautaro, for Simone Inzaghi, and for Inter. And maybe next season in this new format, we'll see Inter coming in very soon. Only time will tell. And then finally, we go through to Westphalia as Borussia Dortmund faces PSV in this grueling matchup, in this outcome. And really is a very cagey and thrilling matchup in the Signal Iduna Park as Borussia Dortmund were coming in clutch. PSV were trying absolutely desperate to score some goals. The first leg ended in 1-1, so both sides need to capitalize to break the deadlock. And Borussia Dortmund are the only one that could score and break everything all up, and they did just that. They scored 2 goals against PSV and it was a wonderful thing. Right from the word go, Dortmund were coming in hot and they did not rush in for a first goal, and they did in the 3rd minute as Jadon Sancho scored in with the assist of Julian Brandt as Brandt tees up Jadon on the edge of the box, and Jadon drills a low shot through the leg of Tills and towards goal. Benitez sees it very late as the ball rolls it at the bottom corner, and it was 1-0 for Borussia Dortmund. On the second half, everything is all coming in together for Borussia Dortmund. PSV are struggling to find the net. They were being exposed by Borussia Dortmund. The defense is too high for Dortmund. PSV cannot find the net. They were having a hard time to score the goal, and the defense of Sula and all the Dortmund defenders, they were doing a wonderful job to not let PSV score, including the likes of Luke de Jong and many others. Antoine Malin was this close to score the second goal until Fulkrug steps in and he scores a goal until VAR comes in and they decided that the goal from Fulkrug was disallowed. It was really devastating to Fulkrug that his goal was disallowed, so that's a real shame. But alas, Marco Reus came in at the final minute of the game on the 90+5th with the assist from Fulkrug, of course, as he heads the ball to absolutely nobody, to the PSV player, but it slips over to Marco as he runs behind and coolly slots beyond Benitez into the bottom corner. Finally, Borussia Dortmund are now into the quarterfinals at last of the Champions League. It's been a long time since Dortmund have never qualified all the way through to the quarterfinals, but they only ended up in the last 16. But yeah, I am so glad that this black and yellow German side are now through to the quarterfinals of this season's campaign. PSV were on a roll. They were doing absolutely well, but this wasn't really as what according to plan for the Dutch side. And fair play, they did absolutely well throughout the 90th minute, and it didn't go as favor for them, and Borussia Dortmund were pretty much the better team in my opinion. Overall, it was a good game nonetheless. Finally, Dortmund are now back in the Champions League into the fray, and no matter which team that they're going to face right now, it's up to UEFA to decide which one where Dortmund we're going to face. This is really gonna be an interesting affair, to say the very least. Right, there you have it. That is the Thursday's Champions League match review. The final 8 is officially set. We got the likes of PSG, Manchester City, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Barcelona, Arsenal, Atletico Madrid, and Borussia Dortmund are now in this picking. And the draw will be on tomorrow, so I'll be looking forward to that one. Maybe I'll give out my opinions about this game, so look forward to that one. Or maybe I'll just have to do a jersey collection review because I'm already burnt out and exhausted for this match review, so yeah. In any case, if you do find this video rather enjoyable, please do let me know, and also give a like on this video, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell to get notified for all the videos I'll be uploading every single week. And of course, let me know what you think about the matches between Atletico versus Inter and Borussia Dortmund winning against PSV. Let me know in the comments below. And of course, I'm gonna talk to you soon for all the videos I'll be uploading very soon for more Champions League and jersey related content. Up until then, bye.